What is going on, guys? It's Rampage coming at you with another video, and in today's video, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the Cowboys 2022 NFL mock draft. And I know, I'm sorry, I know that was a bit soon, but what the hell was Mike McCarthy doing? I'm sorry, that was a terrible play call having Dak run. But before we get into today's mock, if you guys are new to the channel, please remember to leave a like because it always does help me out and more people see it. And if you're new, subscribe. Also, comment down below, grade my draft. I want to know how you feel about it. If you hate about it, that's okay. I want to know what I did wrong to improve for further videos. With that being said, with the 24th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, I have the Dallas Cowboys selecting Jermaine Johnson, edge, Florida State. And I know this is not the sexiest pick right here, but you guys got absolutely bashed on the ground and in the air with no pass rush or run defense by San Francisco. At 6'5", 262 pounds, Johnson offers many potential things you want in a pro defensive lineman. And where I really get excited about him, Cowboys fans, is he's a really freaking smart player with high football IQ and really high potential upside. And he possesses really all the savvy skills as a pass rusher, which allows him to open up the toolbox of pass rushing moves and run blocks that he will succeed in the pro level with. And all around, he generally understands his body and what to do to get people out of his frame. And what's really crazy about this big boy is he went toe-to-toe with Najee Harris when he was at Alabama. And in high school, this guy ran a 4.5 40-yard dash. And because of that speed, this guy has great, excellent explosion and movement in space, really great first step, and really thrives in changing directions. So all in all, he's going to be a really great anchor and balance versus the run. And because of that, he can line pretty much anywhere on the defense. He did play outside linebacker for Georgia. And while I will say this guy does have excellent long frame and arms to be able to take first control of blocks, the real negatives that I see with him is he has really under flexibility and sometimes get a little bit stiff when he's trying to pass rush. And he's always not the most consistent player. One game he could have 3 sacks. One game he could be nothing. With the 56th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, I have the Dallas Cowboys selecting Kenyan Green, offensive tackle, Texas A&M. Look, I don't know what's happening on the trenches for you guys, but your offensive line this year was brutal. Led the league in the most penalties, when this position group was a staple of the Cowboys for years? And with Connor Williams already freaking gone, good riddance, you're going to need somebody. And that's where my boy Kenyan Green comes into the picture. At 6'4", 325 pounds, the Cowboys are going to get a staple again at the offensive line. What I love about this guy is he's really freaking athletic and versatile. He can play left guard, right tackle. He can play any position you need on the offensive line. And this boy hungry. He constantly looks for work when uncovered, and he has the power and demeanor to cave in rushers. And I'm trying to be as excited as I can be for an offensive lineman, but he's really physical, and he's got that poof to push people back and create knockback power. And one of the biggest negatives that I can give this guy is that he's got erratic hand placement and movement, and he's not really quick with them. And because of that, sometimes pass rushers are able to get him around him really easy. With the 88th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, I have the Dallas Cowboys selecting JoJo Domon, linebacker, Nebraska. And with Domon after being a 6-year senior, he possesses one of the absolute best talents in the draft, being an all-coverage linebacker. At 6'1", 230 pounds, Domon was an absolute unit for the Cornhuskers these past 5 years. And where I think he really has high upside for Dallas is he brings a lot of versatility to his game. He spent the past 3 years playing the slot and overhang role as the safety. And with a 4.55 to 4.65 40-yard time, Domon primarily excels working as a fluid mover that's able to cover space quickly in zone coverage when he's needed to. He's really got all-around excellent length and agility to match most receivers to alter their routes, and when he's lined up in the slot against tight ends and receivers, he's really freaking quick in being able to match hip for hip with his opponent no matter the size. And if you want another leader on defense, Dallas, Domon is going to be your guy, especially with Leighton Vander Esch probably leaving in free agency. And quite honestly, because of this guy's sheer athleticism and versatility, I can't really notch him on any negatives other than being impatient sometimes in his tackling. But like I said, Dallas, you're going to get an absolute freaking monster if he comes here. With the 126th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, I have the Dallas Cowboys selecting Jake Ferguson, tight end, Wisconsin. And I know I'm going to get crap for this one. Rampage, they got Dalton Schultz. Why do they need a tight end? Well, you don't know if the guy's coming back, first of all. And second, Jake Ferguson is an absolute unit of a tight end. However, I will say if you don't want a tight end here, you could get a wide receiver. If this guy is still available here, I would take Eric Uzama from Texas Tech. He's an absolute machine. But getting back into Jake Ferguson at 6'5", 244 pounds, he's an unbelievable athlete that's always looking to get involved downfield and will be willing to block on multiple defenders on a single play to get as much for the offense as possible. But not only that, what I really like about Ferguson is he's really quick release off the line, and he's able to dip his shoulder and show some really savvy route running. And also the sheer strength this guy possesses is really insane to me. He's able to go up and catch the ball and honestly rip it away from defenders. And also what you really like is he's got great eye discipline and coordination and able to turn the ball upfield and catch poorly thrown balls. I don't know why, but it always seems that this guy has some glue or something on his hands because he's always able to catch the ball every single time. And the real negatives that I see with this guy are actually really big ones. He's a slow glider and he's really high-hipped and slow to get rolling, which honestly prevents him from being really a high-end dual threat, both in blocking and in the passing game. With the 142nd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, I have the Dallas Cowboys selecting Eric Uzama, wide receiver, Texas Tech. With injury Michael Gallup suffered and his pending free agency, this is all likelihood for Dallas to pick up a wide receiver here or in free agency. At 6'3", 220 pounds, Uzama is an absolute freaking animal and will immediately take over from Michael Gallup. And what really impressed me watching the tape on this guy is his overall athleticism and that it can't go unnoticed. He has excellent agility, length. I mean, his arms are half of his body, and he has great speed with a 40-yard time of around 4.5 seconds. And he's the type of guy that will be a 3-level threat all across the field. And when it comes to explosiveness and his ability to create separation with ease and get physical with it, and I mean his run after the catch, man, is just something crazy and beautiful to watch. For me, makes him one of the biggest sleeper wide receivers in this draft. However, sometimes he can get really flashy and he's not always consistent. And like I said in another video about another wide receiver, he needs to work on his route running, especially his limited route tree. And while he is a physical player, he doesn't always create separation on his own and sometimes gets tripped up on his own footwork. I think it would be a very big mistake if Dallas didn't at least take a chance on this guy. But I think that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video, please remember to leave a like, and if you're new, subscribe, because like I said, it always does help me out. Comment down below what players, coaches, teams you want to see. I'll be doing any video on it, and let me know how I did. I'll see you guys in the next one.